This is Boxing Tickets NI. It's Christmas week. We're delighted to join with the Hammer, Padraig McCrory. Padraig, we last spoke about a month ago. I'm guessing probably now you'll probably say at this stage it was sort of in the works, but you were sort of saying if a big fight comes, I'm ready to accept. And I guess the proof's in the pudding. The Berlanga fight was offered and it was very quickly accepted.
Yeah, listen, it's a fight that I nearly accepted in June, and just like the terms weren't right, or for June. And it's come back again, and the terms are better, and we're here now. We're heading to Florida.
I know it was initially planned and looking like it was going to be January, and then it's probably pushed back to February. Has it probably done you a favour in a way by pushing it back a few more weeks rather than it's sort of been Craig need to get in the camp of a fight? That been pushed back a few weeks has probably actually been better for you.
Massively. I don't think it's any secret that from the Feile I've been struggling a bit, like with an injury, but I'm now fully recovered, as you see in the ring today, and the extra weeks is going to be a massive bonus for me.
And it looks like, obviously it hasn't been confirmed yet, but it's looking like Conor Coyle's obviously going to fight in the card as well. It looks like he's going to fight Felix Cash. He obviously has fought in the Carabao Royal before, and he said he brings a good crowd. So I guess in a good way, obviously yourself and Conor Coyle been on the card. I think maybe Johnny Fisher, the heavyweight from England, is going to be on it as well. So there's going to be a lot of people there on the night for you.
Yeah, I thought Coyle was fighting Amma Williams. So.
Amma Williams.
Yeah. So he's going to bring a big Irish contingent. I'm going to bring a few, because there's already about 20 booked on. And we know last time 20 turned to 30, turned to 40, like for.
Turned to 300, yeah.
Turned to 300 for Frankfurt. So it's going to be a big night. And as I say, I hear Johnny Fisher. I heard Andy Cruz, who's going to be a future star of the sport. So it's a big card. But the main thing is that I'm on the card, and that's my main focus.
I obviously first spoke to Dee, obviously in the Katie Taylor card and the 3 Rened, when obviously it was being mentioned sort of being the fight. And obviously, I guess everybody's going to sort of look at it straight away as to use a big puncher, going for knockouts and everything else. But obviously, Dee was very, very confident in the fact that he was going, you don't need to just knock Berlanga out. You know, obviously, normally you go away to someone else's backyard, you're going, I need to stop him for a draw, sort of thing. But he obviously believes it's sort of not just, I guess, for a long time, you're not just about power. Obviously knockouts are brilliant, they obviously look good for videos and everything else, but he believes that obviously over, I think it's going to be 12 rounds, over the course of the 12 rounds you can easily beat him very wide in points as well. Yeah, listen, I full belief. I think my boxing ability as well as my power. I had a decent amateur career, so I can box, and if I need to box, I'm more than happy to do that. I think it's no secret that he's a big puncher, I'm a big puncher, so it's difficult to see it going the distance, but if it does, we're more than ready. As I said, the extra weeks, we've had about 13 or 14 weeks sort of notice, so we'll be in peak condition, and if it goes to points, I'm confident that I can win it in points. But as I say, the type of fight that I think it's going to be is I think it's going to be very difficult to say go 12 rounds. Eddie Hearn's obviously said it's going to be X-rated, obviously, for people that's in the know obviously how great a fight it is. Obviously he's saying, I think was it winning the lottery and swimming the channel on the same day. You've obviously wanted a big fight for about 2 years now, and obviously just sort of hasn't come for whatever reasons, but do you believe obviously now in the 24th of February obviously get this win, you know, there's the likes of Munguia, Ryder, Canelo, that obviously it's just going to be big fights and big fights only from them? Yeah, listen, they're the names mentioned by the best promoter in the game, so it's not just me saying them now. If I go and get a big win, then they're all names that are quite potentially next. And listen, I understand I'm not a global name, and it's probably a bit of a hard sell, but the people that follow boxing know that this is a very difficult night for Berlanga. There's no doubt in my mind that he's a favourite. He's the home fighter. He's the A side. It's his promotion, but we're quietly confident that we can go and get the win. Are you more confident, obviously, after seeing this fight with Quiqley? Obviously, there was moments in the fight with Quiqley that sort of going, and if you had sort of maybe put yourself in the ring, you could maybe obviously drop him. Obviously, I think maybe Jay was sort of not 100%, obviously going on behind the power with the punches. He was sort of, but at times, obviously, he was outclassing, obviously, Berlanga. Are you more confident now
Because obviously I know it was you and Jay in the running the last time around, and Jay got the nod. Sort of, are you more confident after watching them versus Quiqley that you can obviously implement your plan and obviously just come away with the one? Are you more confident after watching that?
Well, listen, I think stage makes fights. Me and Jason are different fighters. He's a great boxer, but I think on paper I probably have a bit more power in him. I'm a big super middleweight. Jason only moved up, so I think that's my advantages, and I firmly believe if I land on him the way Jason Quiqley did, I'm going to put him in a lot of trouble. We're expecting him to come out flying. He has to make a statement. He's sort of at the stage where people are starting to doubt him, and I'm getting a bit of a kickback of that actually, because people are doubting him, and now they see him fighting like an Irishman, and in the States they obviously don't know me, so they think he's fighting a bum. So he has to show up, and if he comes out and he's reckless, I think he's leading himself in like a massive danger.
Were you surprised that obviously the fights came around again? Obviously when there was, Pacheco and things like that announced, sort of looking like, I know after that Quiqley fight, Eddie Hearn said he wanted to make Pacheco for him. Are you surprised that sort of it's come back then, that obviously did it's come back around to you again? Are you sort of surprised that option became available again, or is that probably showing the doubt that's in Berlanga's head? They know that he's not ready to, not discrediting you, but obviously where he's thinking he's not ready for the likes of Diego Pacheco. Or is that going to be his downfall, sort of, that he hasn't had confidence in himself?
I don't know. Listen, when you get that level, it's a team decision. It may not just be that Berlanga doesn't think he's ready. It may be that his team want like an extra fight, and again, it's very understandable. But I've been calling out like for these fights, Pacheco and Berlanga, and I have a very good ranking. So I wasn't surprised when I got the call. I thought it might have been Pacheco next, but me being in the WBA and the champion being David Morrell, I don't think that they probably they put themselves in a mandatory position. So the Berlanga fight and him not being ranked with the BA made more sense, I think. So I don't think he doubts himself. He comes across as a big character, brash, very confident. But it may be his team same in training all the time, and it mightn't be as confident as he is.
When you sort of look back in obviously the Feile now, obviously in 10 rounds, you're obviously going to have done you a world of good. Obviously headlining the card, would you have thought back at the start of 2023 to sort of think SSE on BT Sports on a Michael Conlan card, headlining the Feile, and then coming into 2024, obviously headlining Orlando, Florida? Like, are you sort of still having to pinch yourself and sort of going, what's going on, or is it just now you've always been ready for this moment, and it's sort of you obviously expected it to come?
I expected a bigger 23, but on reflection, as I said before, I think it was a great year for me, topping a bill like in my home city on a big card. It's like it was a dream come true, and I think it's going to stand me in good stead. I fought a decent opponent. And his style probably complements Berlanga's a little, so that's going to stand by me. I've done the distance now four times. I was scheduled for 112 rounder, so I'm more than ready for this. It's fights. This is the type of fights that we're all in boxing for. Main event on a Matchroom card, stateside. If you can't get up for this, there's something wrong.
When you were sort of looking at, obviously with the Conlan Gill card, and obviously everybody getting their opportunity in the DAZN and Matchroom, this is obviously now, it's a well rewarded sort of thing for you. You've worked hard for years. As obviously anybody that knows you've had to come through the small hall circuit, sparking people out. Obviously you punch like a horse. But obviously one of the questions that sort of came in from yesterday was that obviously you never really had confidence, sort of, probably fair to say, in yourself at the start, sort of, because you weren't getting back in the right way. How have you built your confidence to that level now that you sort of just seem invincible? Sort of, I can see it sort of when you're training and things like that. You really, really believe in yourself now. How have you really brought yourself on with the confidence? It's just that experience, obviously, more and more fights.
Yeah, I think it's experience. It's showing up. It's performing every time. It just comes with experience. Like at the start, 6 years ago,
I was kind of like, if I box for an Irish title, I've achieved something big. But each fight has got better and better. I've never had a backing from a promotional company, so it's been a long, hard road. Thankfully, like with Jaime Conlan and Conlan Boxing, they've given me like massive opportunities, and as I say, we're here. Like I've gained my confidence from beating every person put in front of me.
Do you see, obviously, being signed with Matchroom, obviously, after you beat Berlanga, and maybe, you know, I'm sure you won't want to look too far ahead, but obviously coming back with a proper homecoming headline the SSE in the summertime as well?
Yeah, of course, isn't that, like, that's the dream. I think in the contract, if I beat Berlanga, then they have me for 2 fights. So the natural stop then is to come back to Belfast or even Croke Park. I think the opportunities are endless once I go to America and get a big win.
Obviously, we're 6 days out now from Christmas. Obviously, I guess the side effects of obviously taking bigger fights, you obviously can't enjoy Christmas the way you'd like to. You'll probably be able to eat your dinner and stuff like that in the same way, but no selection boxes this year. You know, I guess that's the hard work you have to go through for these big opportunities. But you sort of having to weigh up, well, I guess obviously when you're a fighter, you want to fight and everything else, but obviously I guess Christmas is for the kids and everything else, but sort of you have to delay sort of celebrations a wee bit from Christmas to the end of February.
Yeah, listen, I've 3 young kids and they're going to keep me very busy. Christmas, like, it's a wonderful time of the year, like, to spend with your friends and family, and I wouldn't be a massive drinker anyway, so listen, it's no big deal. I'll stick a head down and I'll keep working. There's a few nights that we had planned that aren't happening anymore, and it's such as like the job. I have no issues. I've plenty more Christmases to enjoy after boxing, so no, that's no biggie.
And obviously, Edgar Berlanga, obviously, he's probably known of your name for a while and not watched a lot. What would you like to say, obviously, to him, obviously, in advance? I know he has been sort of, I guess, sort of maybe overlooking you, sort of maybe in some ways. You obviously said something whenever the fight was announced. What was obviously the meaning behind? Was it, you know, tell us obviously, what was there a meaning behind that? Was it something that he had said that sort of got to you, or are you trying to get back at him?
What was that? I don't recall.
I think was it shock the world or something like that?
Oh no, I don't know actually. I don't know. But listen, he's a man with 2 arms and 2 legs. We're getting in the ring to fight, and there's one man going to be the winner, and I firmly believe it's going to be me. I know what I'm going to face, but I'm a grown man. I don't fear boxing. I don't fear fighting. It's my job. As Roy Keane says, it's your job. Just get on with it. And I firmly believe I'm going to win this fight.
Well, listen, thanks very much for your time. Obviously, enjoy Christmas as much as you can next week, and I'm sure we'll catch up in the new year.
Yes, Merry Christmas, everybody.